Welcome to Talking Fashion, the weekly broadcast featuring community leaders who know and understand the power of dressing for success. Join Robert Ford and friends as they build a legacy of productive men through character, leadership, and fashion. So are you ready to empower?
I can't hear you.
Ready to make a difference?
Come on, I can feel it.
Ready to change lives?
Can you feel it?
Join Robert Ford and friends. It's genuine, authentic, candid talk. Just keeping it real. Can you feel it? Welcome to Talking Fashion with your host, Robert Ford.
Guys, welcome to Talking Fashion with Robert Ford and friends. I have a special guest today. Oh my goodness. This brother from JSU City, from Tougaloo College, Mr. Producer himself, Mr. CEO. Guys, I have been around this guy. He does unbelievable work in the film industry, making great commercials, anything you want to do with filming, man. This guy got it going on right here in Jackson, Mississippi, locally. So at this time on my show, I want to introduce my friend, Mr. Maximus Wright. Come on up, my friend. Come on up. Turn that music up. What's up, 06? What's up, baby? Love you, man. Oh, stay right here, man. Stay right here. Oh, you got to bounce a little bit. He's going to be bouncing on the videos, doing movies and all that. Man, glad to have you on the show.
Man, thank you for having me.
We're going to take a quick commercial break.
Sure.
We'll bring you back on the back end. So, man, talking fashion, talking everything else.
Hey,
it's wide open.
Hey.
Guys, talking fashion with my friend, Mr. Maximus Wright. We'll be back shortly.
Circuits deliver power by making connections. At Entergy, we believe that works for people, too. The next generation is our connection to the future. So every year, Entergy invests millions of dollars in education to teach skills for better jobs, to build a brighter path. To us, making connections means more than electricity. It means fulfilling promise. And together, we power life. Entergy.
Hey guys, welcome back to Talking Fashion with Robert Ford and friends. And my special friend, my guest, Mr. Maximus Wright. Man, welcome to the show, baby. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you.
Give me some love. Give me some love. Man, we go back, man.
Oh, yeah.
We go back a while. I know you helped me with some production with my suit company, Executive Man Suits by Robert Ford. You did a great commercial for me. You know, it's still on my Facebook to this day. People still watch it, and people order just because they see that commercial that you put together.
Oh, well, that's great.
And it was amazing. I'm talking about, it was really, really professionally done. And you did the voiceover too.
Yeah, I did.
You did the voiceover.
Yeah.
I don't think I can do this here. Man, you nailed it.
I appreciate that.
You know, we did that at the Keen Edwards Hotel, and we did a lot of I did a lot of changing, boy. I think my changing room was like on the 7th floor, so I had to go way up and come back down, way up, come back down. But your team was outstanding.
I appreciate
Maximus,
that.
I just can't thank you enough for doing that for me. You know, you did it out of the kindness of your heart, man. And that's why I really want you on my show, to promote you and what you do in your business. Let's tell our audience who you are and what you're doing right now.
My name is Maximus Wright. I'm from JSU City. I'm a filmmaker, but right now my calling is trying to build a platform for the next generation of storytellers.
Ooh. Wait a minute, hold up. Say that one more time from the beginning.
My name is Maximus Wright. I'm from JSU City.
Come on.
And my calling.
Say that again.
My calling.
That's what I want to hear. Your calling.
Yes.
So can nobody take that away from you? That's a calling on your life.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Is to set and build the foundation for the next generation of storytellers. Wow. I believe that Mississippi has the greatest talent anywhere in the world. We just have not been afforded the opportunities and the access that other people had. So I've just gotten to this place in my life that I got tired of begging for opportunities.
Yes.
So I'm no longer begging for opportunities. I'm creating platforms so we can build our own.
And that's what we did, this, you know, with this particular show, you know, Talking Fashion. You know, we wanted to get the message out there, you know, dressing up is okay. To our young people now, to our young people, our inner city kids. It's okay to dress up, but that don't make who you are. They don't identify your overall character. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Your inner spirit.
Yes.
So we want to let people know it's okay to dress up, but your integrity, your character is more than anything. And that's what this show is all about.
Okay.
You know, you don't have a suit on, do you?
No, not
You're on
today.
the show, right?
Yes.
And
yes.
I love this deal. I remember when Marcus Wallace came on the show. Man, he had a nice blazer, jeans, pair of boots, man, that I gotta have them boots, man.
Right.
And Godfrey Morgan, he came on the show with a nice vest with jeans. It's not about the outside. It's about the inside. What can we get to young people on the inside of their heart, inside of their soul? And that's what this show about. You know, I guess we're doing the same thing, per se. We want to make, you know, we want to give our young people opportunities.
Yes.
You know, how many people you know in Jackson got a talk show about fashion?
You did.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is it. And this is going on, our 1-year anniversary will be in January.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And we're going to have, and that's why I wanted you on the show, because I want you to come back in January, because we're going to have a big red carpet fashion show, man. We're going to blow it out the water. Talk show, fashion show, party. We're going to eat well, so get ready for that.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Bring your better half.
Okay.
Okay, please. The movie industry, man. Let's talk about your education first. Okay. Because I know you went to Tougaloo College.
Yes, sir.
Give us a little bit about your education coming from JSU City to Tougaloo College.
I was really blessed, you know, to have some of the greatest teachers in the world. Tougaloo College afforded me the opportunity to kind of get polished and introduce me to worlds that I didn't know exist. You know, I got introduced to James Baldwin, to Richard Wright, and found out that these were black men who were writing these stories, and they were writing about their experiences that still speak to our existence today. So Dr. Jerry Ward is one of my great mentors. He's one of the foremost authorities on Richard Wright in the world. And I was just recently in New Orleans with him, and for him to say, I know that you're going to be successful in film, and for him to read my scripts and say, this script needs to be seen.
What did it mean to you?
It meant everything to me. I mean, because these are the people that you were at one point admiring, and now they're saying, hey, you have grown, and now you have something to offer the world.
Now, I'm sure you heard Arsenio Hall, right?
Yes.
The Arsenio Hall show. You know, I just loved him back in the day, back in our day. Loved the guy, man. He brought a lot of energy, man. Had a lot of great guests on. And I said one day, because I wasn't the type of person who wanted to talk or get in front of a mic. That wasn't me.
Right.
Okay? I was an athlete. You give me a baseball, you know, give me a basketball, whatever. But watching Arsenio back in the day, I said, man, heck, he can do it. I can do it. He's just a comedian.
Right.
And his show was very successful for, I think, he was on the air for 15 years. Something like that. And that's what this platform is, to give back and tell our young kids that's coming up in Jackson that you can do it. You can be a film producer. You said the magic word. You write stories, right? And turn them into movies. Right. Explain that concept.
Well, you know, you have a very proficient crew here. And, you know, and when you're making a film, it takes a lot of people to make a film. Oh, yeah. And one of the things that I had to identify early is, like, what am I best at? I'm not the techie guy. Okay. I'm not the guy who is the DP, who always knows how to color or light the set to make it look. Right. But what I am good at is telling stories. So I focus on two things when I'm doing it. I know what it's supposed to look like, and I know what it's supposed to feel like. Wow. So I stay within what I'm strong at, in zone. And I hire people who are smarter than I am in the areas that I'm not. So when I say that I'm a storyteller, you know, people can write. Right. And, you know, and I used to think because I wasn't always grammatically correct, then that means I shouldn't have been a writer. But when I was growing up and my uncles would be kind of standing around.
Let's hold that thought for a minute, okay? Let's hold that thought. Because we got to go to a commercial. Oh, good. You know, we got to pay for all this stuff here. We got to pay you. No, you're doing this free. I'm sorry. I'm doing this free. Hey, guys, stay with us. Talking Fashion with Robert Ford and Mr. Maximus Wright. We'll be back shortly.
Hey guys, Coach Prime is coming today to pick up his 21 Escalade. What time is it? Prime time!
I gotta go. He's gonna be here soon.
Still got it.
Really? Oh, Lord. Now this is prime. Get your prime deal today at Cadillac of Jackson.
Guys, welcome back to Talking Fashion with Robert Ford and Mr. Maximus, blah, blah, blah. Tell me who you are, man. Maximus Wright.
Maximus Wright.
Man, movie producer, all that good stuff. I have seen your work, man. I have seen your work. I want to touch on what's the difference between doing a movie and doing a commercial. Is that a big difference? Is that something I shouldn't have asked, or?
No, I mean, there's a difference. Me personally, I don't do a lot of commercials.
Okay.
You know, I did one for you, and I did some for a couple of people because it was very important to me that I established myself as a filmmaker.
Okay.
And if I did a whole lot of commercials, then people would say that's a commercial guy. And it was important for me, for people to realize that when you said Maximus Wright, that meant film.
Right.
So that meant I had to turn down a lot of opportunities. The way commercials and films are shot, it's basically style.
Wow.
And basically the way I shot your commercial was the way I would shoot a film.
Really?
Because the style
it was bad, boy. I'm telling you, it was really golly.
Well, because even when I was going to do a commercial, I wanted people to see that, okay, if he did a commercial, it's different than what I normally see.
Right.
Because your film told a story, it had a narrative to it, the way we shot the moving angles and things like this, that picturesque, we were trying to tell a story verbally without, if you turned the sound off, you should still be able to see that this conveyed the message. Right. So, so it's really a basic of style, and you know, it's according on what station. You know, different stations shoot different ways. You know, they have commercials look different things. So it's really a matter of style. Got
you. And the style was just, you know, your magic. You know, your the way you put that thing together and produced it, man. I don't think we rehearsed or anything, did we? We just did it.
Well, you also got to realize, you know, I realized I was dealing with people who probably hadn't acted before.
Right.
So what we did purposely was no one had dialogue. That was by design. Because we didn't want to have to keep doing takes over and over again. So that's why we created the narrative. And we just let you do what you do naturally.
Exactly.
Walk in a room, dress, and we made it very simple. But sometimes less is more. And that's what we tried to accomplish.
Sometimes less is more. Wow, that's good. This great movie called Soul Damage. That was more of a vision of writing out a play or writing out a story, or what really got you to decide I'm gonna turn this into a movie? It was a book first, right?
No.
It was a movie first, then a book.
It was.
Correct me now. Come on. Hey, let's keep it real now.
Oh, we're gonna keep it real.
Okay.
I didn't choose Soul Damage. Soul Damage chose me.
Oh, really?
I had no intentions of becoming a filmmaker. That was not a goal of mine.
You're more of a writer?
No, I didn't have any intentions of it at all. I couldn't go.
Well, hold on. Oh, okay. Well, what are you doing then?
I couldn't go to sleep, and the Lord just kept waking me up in the middle of the night, telling me to write this story.
Really?
Yeah. And I was writing a story for people who did not have a voice of themselves. I had two friends when I was growing up who died at 29. Both of them died at 29. And they were boys, and they grew up with us, and they were both molested as children. And before they became 30, they died. And once I found out the truth about there were certain people in the church that molested these boys and demonized them, I couldn't rest.
Wow.
So these words, these characters started coming to me in the middle of the sleep. I wrote the script just so I could go to sleep at night. I had no intentions that it was going to become a film. I had no intentions that someone would find it. I had no intentions that I would be on your show and people would be acclaiming me as a filmmaker. Because when the Lord spoke and said, now go make this film, I had no money, I had no contacts, I had no resources, and I had never shot a film in my life.
Come on, brother. Say it.
I had more qualifications of flying a plane than I had of making a film.
Really?
So when the Lord said the film is correct, Shirley Murdoch, she came down and I told her about this script, and I said, it's not a church script. I said, all these folk are not saved. Tell me, what should I do? She prayed for me. She prayed for me right there on the spot. And she told me, make this movie. She said, when I sang the song As We Lay, I was a born-again Christian. She said the record companies would not give me a gospel deal, and Roger and Zapp said, I know this is not the music you want, but this is a check. And she wrote that line that said we did not count up the cost so she could have some so she could be at peace about singing this song about adultery as a born-again Christian. I wrote it. I said, Lord, I don't know how I'm going to get this thing funded. I said, I'm just going to play all 5 characters. I went out, including the love interest. I thought I was going to be the love interest as well.
Wow.
So I went and I was asking for $15,000 to do the film. Nobody write me a check for nothing. And I went back and I said, Lord, you told me to do this. Why is this not happening? He said, you're asking for too little. He said, and he told me, you go ask for $500,000 to make this film. And I got my first check for $50,000.
Give me some love, big dog. Do what God called you to do, and your blessing will come.
Right. And I had no experience. I had nothing to back up to say that this is what I was supposed to do.
Wow.
And
young people, ho! Grab a hold of this here, man. I keep saying it's not about a suit here. It's about the message that God has put in us that we can give to someone else. Our talents, the talent that God give us, that he give us, is not for us. It's for us to give away freely. Max, I didn't know that, man. I didn't know that. That's powerful. Young people, please, across the world, listen to this here. This show is more religion than anything that we bring on. We're telling our testimony, what God have done in our life and what he continue to do in our life. That's what this is, testimony. Walking in faith. I don't walk by sight. What God say?
Walk by faith.
By faith. Lord Jesus. We got to go to a commercial, Mac. Guys, what a powerful show. What a powerful man. Please get a hold to this here. What we're trying to get across. We'll be back. Talking Fashion with Robert Ford and friends. My friend, Maximus Wright.
The greatest impact we can have on the future is teaching our children to live healthy at home, at play, and at school. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi partners with our schools to support them in being places where our children learn about healthy habits and where they are empowered to achieve full academic potential. With the compassion of the Cross and the security of the Shield, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi is building a healthy Mississippi.
Suits are powerful. They say I'm here for a reason. Suits don't make the man or the woman, but they undeniably enhance who he or she is. Demand respect without saying a word. It doesn't matter where you come from, it's where you're going. Dress for where you're going. How we dress says to the world how we see ourselves. My passion is to give the world this feeling. We may not be able to change the world with a suit, but with the right suit, we can change how the world sees us.
Guys, welcome back to Talking Fashion with Robert Ford and friends. And my friend, Mr. Maximus Wright. Man. Let's just keep this thing going, man. Before we went to commercial, we're talking about the blessing that God has set in your life and planted into your life and your soul and your spirit about writing and movies and commercials. Any other major experience that you have been through by trying to get this? Because I know your production company is Phoenix.
Well, it was.
It
Phoenix,
was.
yeah.
Past tense. Okay. Give us an update. What's going on?
Well, we just had to make some changes. This has been a journey. It hasn't been easy to produce a film and make it. In the early bouts when we were trying to get funding, we actually met with a group of ministers, local ministers here in Jackson. And once they found out what the film dealt with, it dealt with the pastor that, had fallen out of grace, but it also dealt with a pastor that, was instrumental in helping the main character. So they asked me to rewrite it. And I'm like, no.
The pastor did?
Yeah, they asked me. The group. It was a group of pastors. They asked me to rewrite the story. I'm like, no, I'm not going to rewrite the story. This is not how it was given to me. And I don't know what it was about my refusal. And, you know, I'm pretty mild-tempered, but one of the guys lost his temper.
They got on your skins?
No, they lost their temper.
They did?
Yes.
Because they want you to read?
Yeah, they told me, and they said verbatim, where we know that you haven't finished this film, and in one word from us, you won't be able to finish this film.
You got to be kidding me.
No.
They ought to be shaming themselves. They ought to be shaming themselves. They ought to be shaming themselves.
But the film has gotten made, and there's not been one time. I mean, even in the making, it took us several years to make the film. A lot of people know about, well, okay, there's a book to Soul Damage. There's the play. Well, we ran out of money to make the film.
Oh, trust me.
So
come on.
So the crew said, why don't you go and develop it into a book? And I was like, I'm not a writer. I'm not going to write a book. Wrote the book, and it exploded. It exploded. Yeah, thank you. It exploded. And then we got right to the end of the finish line, and I said, because I didn't want people to compare me to Tyler Perry. I said, I'm not going to do a play. I'm not going to do this. And they was like, well, if you get enough, you do the play, you can make enough money to finish post-production.
Exactly.
So we did a play in JSU City, 700 people packed out.
My friend, Tony Grant.
Tony Grant, yeah. Tony Grant came down. He was part of it. It was, it helped us get across the finish line. And right now, I've just been sitting on it because I haven't been released for the right deal. You know, we've been made offers, but it hadn't been the deal.
The deal, right.
Yeah,
right.
So if God got me to this point, then I'm going to wait on his time and I'm about releasing it.
Yeah. And I like your honesty because, you know, I said, Max, you know, I'm getting ready to do this play, the stage play. I need your help. You flat out told me, he said, I don't do plays. Right. I said, well, can you read it and just tell me, you know, give me some pros and cons. Give me the negative, the good, the bad, the ugly. And I appreciate you taking the time, you know, to look at it. I don't know if you finished looking at it. Cause
I haven't, and I apologize.
I know you've been busy.
Yeah,
I know you've been busy. So I'm not rushing.
But I will make it a point to get it to you.
We did our first play.
Okay, we're good.
At Mississippi State University.
Okay.
Unbelievable response. Standing ovation. We had Kevin Upshaw was on the show. He was the main actor, singer from American Idol. Okay. From March, Mississippi. So just give him a shout out. He did a phenomenal job.
I'm sorry.
He did the singing. He was in 4 to 5 different scenes.
And just for the Palmer Williams has sent me a number of scripts, and I just haven't been able to get a chance to read them. So it's not personally.
I know you. We good. So wow. So is everything just dormant right now? Just sitting there?
No, absolutely not.
What's going on?
Well, this is what I found out. We got Soul Damage as far as Lionsgate. We had a meeting with CAA, and so I was meeting all these powerful people. But then I started realizing none of our people got any power. None of our people, there were very few people I could say call and they could make a phone call and just make stuff happen. And there are so many filmmakers here in the city, and I realized I'm kind of on the wrong end of the power play here. So what I decided to do was I decided to say, what do I need to do to start creating?
And I'm going to keep it real. When we make it in life, we don't forget about our brother or our sisters who's trying to make it. That's wrong. That is not biblical. That is not godless. I can't even say the word. It's terrible. Reach back and help someone. But we, as a black people, man, as a black race, we got to do better. We have to do better. Our forefathers, people who came from Africa, made all this stuff happen for us, and we forget about helping each other. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on me. We got to do better. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No problem. I do remember that. Matter of fact, Bill Luckett, who just passed, called me while you were there with Morgan Freeman, and he said, "Hey man, they love what you got."
He really loved it.
Yeah.
He really loved it.
There was no help that came from that.
Right, and that's sad. That's why I want to preach on that and let people know.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
Yeah. So Tyler Perry has also seen some of work, you know, and he respectfully said he couldn't touch it.
Right.
For whatever reasons, I get it. That's, you know, and I just admire what he's doing from afar. I just have a different narrative. That didn't discourage me. That motivated me.
Ooh,
in 2000,
say that
it motivated me. It motivated me. So I started helping people write. Last year we had the Jackson Film Festival.
I don't know if I want to go back and talk on the past, man, because you know it kind of gets your blood flowing a little bit in the wrong way.
But it's okay.
No, that's that flavor.
That's okay.
You know, that's what
passion.
gives you, that's what fuels you, and
Yeah.
that's what has fueled us to create the Jackson Film Festival. We had 120 submissions, 130 submissions this year. People from all over the country. The winners are now producing for Cricket Letter Films. I mean, they are pitching.
Wow.
They're pitching their project to Tate Taylor's film company in Natchez. Ashley Bowie, who is the vice president of development for WeTV, she is judging the scripts.
Wow.
We had Benjamin Wright, the same guy who wrote the music for "Don't Stop Till You Get Enough" by Michael Jackson. Boogie Wonderland. I mean, just on and on. Rance Allen, who's produced for everyone in the world.
He passed away though, right?
No. He's still, Rance Allen passed away.
Okay.
But Benjamin Wright, he was teaching on scoring. So we're bringing the world's greatest at what they do. We're having master classes, teaching them how to get there.
Are you teaching now? That's what you're doing?
What we're doing is we're trying to build the platforms to teach them how do you go from idea to finished product, and how do you make a living. Because what's not being covered is how do I make a living as a filmmaker in Mississippi? And if I can do it, I'm trying to teach them how to do it. We also, we had a student who wrote a script. We're literally producing.
Who was that?
His name is Kamari Brooks out of Canton, Mississippi. We produced
right here
locally. We
yeah.
produced his short film. I took the money from my project and put it in his project. Palmer Williams is starring in his first project. And right now we shot reshoots this morning, and we're looking to show it and create a scholarship fund for that kid. So those things that you took as bad, they actually fueled me and say, okay, what can I do with what I have? So now we're not just talking about it. We're creating real opportunities for people, and we're creating real opportunities for our children. So this is not just a matter of talking. This is not, I'm not mad at these folk and what they've done. No, they made me pray harder. They made me work harder.
Right.
And this is the fruit of that.
You know, I've been watching a lot of these reality shows. Why is Mississippi is one of the hottest spots, the hottest state to shoot movies and reality shows?
What most people don't realize, Mississippi is one of the hottest states to shoot film, period.
Really?
Because it's cheaper to shoot here. The reason that the folk are not getting the chance they need is, which I'm really championing against, they don't hire our crews. They bring their crews in from Nashville, they bring their crews in from New Orleans and Atlanta. But it's cheaper to shoot here, and Mississippi is gorgeous. You can shoot period pieces, you can shoot water, you can shoot modern, you can shoot everything in Mississippi.
Willis, the actor.
Bruce Willis,
he just shot a movie here.
Yeah, but the crew members were not from Mississippi.
They came from
So the money didn't stay.
Wow.
So what we have to do is we have to start giving our folk an opportunity. It's not just being grips and PAs and saying, look, this is a camera. I can produce. I can do these things. But they're not giving us that. So now we have to get to the point that we take it. And we got to build our own. And that's what I'm trying to do.
So to wrap this up, if you had to tell, you know, a young black kid in Jackson, Mississippi about getting in this business, producing, filming, writing, what would you tell them?
Never quit and be as audacious and bold as you possibly can.
Young people, you heard it from the man himself, Mr. Maximus Wright. Never quit, never give up. We'd like, you know, I just want to say from my heart, thank you so much, my friend, for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Talking Fashion with Robert Ford and friends. It's more than fashion. It's about our life, our character, and who we are as a person. God bless. We'll see you on the back.